Happy New Year, everybody. And yes, I'm back after a little time off over the New Year's holiday. Batteries are recharged, refreshed, ready to go, kicking off 2026. Well, kicking off 2026 exactly how you'd expect, with a box office recap for this past weekend. And as for Hollywood, they're kicking off 2026 exactly how you'd expect. Blue aliens, blue rabbits, and Netflix accidentally remembering movie theaters exist. Well, they did for about 36 hours. Because that first weekend of 2026 didn't bring us a bold new era of original cinema. It brought us sequels, brands, and a streaming finale that walked into theaters, shook down the snack bar, and left with the cash. So grab your calculator, grab your popcorn, and let's do the math they keep trying to turn into, well, vibes. So welcome back to the Critical Nerd channel, and if you're new here, I don't do respectable showings, I do receipts. So if you do me a favor, this helps out with the YouTube algorithm. It's free, doesn't cost you a thing. If you would smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, if you're new here, and ring that notification bell because YouTube will absolutely bury box office coverage unless I bribe the algorithm with engagement like it's a parking attendant. So let's talk about this past weekend at the box office. Well, what was supposed to be a slow week, but it actually turned out not to be. This was the post-New Year's leftover frame. And the audience basically said, yeah, actually, I'll take seconds. And so the drop-offs from week to week, well, they were absolutely ridiculous. I mean, no top 10 title fell more than 40%. Multiple movies posted single-digit drops, including Zootopia 2 and The Housemaid. That's not meh territory. That's audiences telling Hollywood, hey, we found some stuff we like, so stop changing it. And as a total market snapshot, this frame this weekend landed around $134.7 million domestically. One of the strongest first weekends of the year in the post-2020 era. Dare I say that C word? So let me translate this for you guys in the back. January didn't start with a funeral. It started with stability in this economy. So here's the domestic top chart, or I should say top of the chart for January 2nd through 4th, 2026. Number one, we got Avatar Fire and Ash. They did $40 million over the weekend. So third weekend, still numero uno. Cameron doesn't release movies, he deploys them. And the wild part is this is a bigger conversation than Avatar wins again, because this is what a real theatrical event looks like. Big screens, premium formats, repeat viewings, and audiences actually leaving their homes. Second, we got Zootopia 2 at $19 million. Only a tiny drop, still pulling strong numbers like it's trying to set a most durable animated sequel record. Third, we got The Housemaid at $14.9 million. This thing is, we'll just say it's quietly thriving. Not everything needs to be a cinematic universe. Sometimes people just want a thriller that doesn't lecture them for 2 hours. At number 4, we got Marty Supreme at $12.6 million. A24 continues its, we're not the biggest, but we're always there, run in theaters. Next, we got Anaconda at number 5 at $10 million. Gotta say, the snake is still eating. Then we got SpongeBob at number 6, $8.2 million. David at number 7 at $8 million. Angel Studios doing what they do. They show up, find an audience, and hang around longer than people expect. At number 8, we got Song Sung Blue, the Neil Diamond biopic. Or is it a biopic? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. $5.8 million. Wicked for Good at number 9. It's still hanging around at $3.25 million. So the Broadway fans are still turning out for Wicked for Good. Good for them. And at number 10, we have Five Nights at Freddy's 2 at 2.7 million. Not quite dead yet, just haunting. Yeah, that's apropos for Freddy's, haunting. Now, normally this is where we'd say, cool, that's the weekend. But we got a bonus. And that is the Stranger Things finale that dropped on December 31st. Now, surprise, surprise, Netflix also does fan screenings in theaters. And this is where it gets a little spicy because they didn't sell tickets the normal way for this thing. Instead, theaters sold mandatory concession vouchers. So basically what they said was, your seat is free, but your popcorn is not. And the result? Well, depending on your source and who you read, theaters pulled somewhere in the neighborhood of $20 to $30 million, with most reporting clustering around 25 million plus. Now let that just sink in for a second. Netflix walked into cinemas, didn't play by the normal rules, and still generated a massive chunk of revenue, largely through food and beverage. It's like Netflix discovered the cheat code, if you would, or if I will. Skip the box office, go straight to the snack counter. And the reason this matters is bigger than Stranger Things. This wasn't just a finale. This was a proof of concept. You can create urgency, turn a streaming drop into an event, and monetize the communal experience, even when it's streaming at home at the exact same time, which, by the way, I did watch it at home at 8 o'clock on New Year's Eve, just saying. Now, here's what's going to confuse some people. You're not going to see this sitting neatly in the weekend top 10 like normal because it's not traditional ticket reporting in the same way. But make no mistakes, the theaters, well, you could just say the theaters felt it. And the landscape where cinemas are fighting to stay alive, Netflix basically handed them a holiday cash infusion and said, yeah, don't get used to it. Now, why does this weekend actually matter? Well, this weekend is the perfect snapshot of where Hollywood is right now. James Cameron proves theaters still work when you give audiences a reason to, let's just say, show up. I mean, it's not content, it's not IP, it's not a brand, it's a reason. Zootopia 2 shows legs that still exist, especially for family movies. It's not just opening weekend anymore. People show up when the word of mouth is good and the movie doesn't feel like homework. Talking to you, Marvel. Homework. Yeah. Mid-budget niche films are surviving by being specific. The Housemaid isn't trying to be everything to everyone. It's trying to be what it is. And quite frankly, it's winning. And Netflix just ran a theatrical experiment and gotta say it worked. I mean, think about this. If Netflix can generate 25 million plus from theaters without respecting the traditional model, what does that mean for theatrical windows going forward? Because if the future is, here's your movie in theaters for like 2 weekends and then straight to streaming, that's not partnership. That's using theaters as marketing. And some outlets are already buzzing about shorter windows being the long-term play, especially with this pending Netflix WBD deal. So you have to ask the question, was Stranger Things an olive branch, or was it a test run for a much colder future? So I'm going to leave it up to you guys out there. It's your turn. Do you think Stranger Things theatrical event is a good sign for theaters, or is it Netflix showing everyone they can bend the rules and still win? And do you think 2026 is actually shaping up to be a stronger box office year? Or are we just being distracted by a couple of mega winners while the middle collapses? If you enjoyed this little breakdown, tap that like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss my next video. Share this with a friend who still thinks theaters are dead while James Cameron is out here building a fresh wing on his mansion. And if you want next weekend's numbers the minute they drop, well, you know where to find me, right here on the Critical Nerd channel. And with that, I hope you guys have a great Monday, and I will see you in the next one.